Hello, my soul friends. It is Victoria with an announcement, really a share about kind of my own personal journey unfolding in following my mission, my purpose, expanding my vision, and supporting and serving others. So I'm just going to start here and say, when 2020 came along, you remember when it first came along and what that felt like? I intuitively knew uh, this was potent and powerful transformational energy. And I knew and felt it would be a challenging time. And I also knew it would be a potent time for blessings and opportunities. So I had my heart, my mind, my soul open, looking for those blessings and opportunities. And they came. So many of you know that I'm a transformational hypnotherapist, and I have been for over 21 years. And along my journey, I have been collecting other trainings. I've done a multitude of trainings, NLP, energy psychology, which is the sort of umbrella for tapping, EFT, dream work, grief work, many professional trainings, and a lot of eclectic trainings in between, and also my own ongoing personal seeking of greater wisdom and healing modalities to support myself and others, including shadow work and just so many, right? And when I first started, I think the very first year, holding space for others with the capacity I had, with the training I had, many people would say, "You are so much more than a hypnotherapist. This is really sacred work." Ooh, sacred. One of my juicy soul words. Sacred work. Yes. And I had someone suggest to me that I call myself a soul coach, and I liked that. I didn't like coach so much, but soul coach. And when I checked into that that was a trademarked title, I guess. But I started calling myself a soul guide years ago because that's what I intuitively felt I was doing, guiding people in their unfolding journey. I didn't know there was such a thing as what I finally found, which is spiritual direction. I had a client years ago had mentioned my work was similar to that. Again, didn't research it, didn't investigate it. Was curious a little bit. I will say this, for me, initially when I heard about spiritual direction, I walk a very progressive, eclectic path. I've always been interested in different faiths. I've always been interested in why people believe what they believe, both from a human experience, what they believe about themselves and life, philosophy there, that subconscious programming, which was why transformational hypnotherapy was perfect for me. But I was always fascinated and curious, even as a little girl opening the door to anyone who was at my door that wanted to talk to me about what they believed. I've always been interested in how we connect to the divine and the many ways that people do that. And I was always curious about that. So there I was, just trying to find my way, organically unfolding what I do, continuing to get a professional training to hold a container that was professional and appropriate and allowed me to deliver my mission. And so I started calling myself a soul guide. And then about 4 years ago, more resonant, this term came, the soul nurturer, even though it felt very lofty and I didn't even quite understand what it meant. I knew it kept coming to me, and I branded myself as a soul nurturer. And because what it felt like is, yes, my gifting is to feel and sense the essence of the people I'm honored to serve and support, and then to guide them in reclaiming that soul potential and purpose that I believe we all come in with. So back to 2020. I had been pursuing a professional dream work certification training program with a school called Hayden Institute. Not pursuing it had been on my radar for at least 11 years, and every year I thought I'd go to their conference. Every year I thought maybe I'd sign up for the training, and there was always an obstacle, a challenge, or something. Well, when 2020 came along, the blessing and gift that came my way was they were putting their DreamWork conference on an online platform, which meant I could attend, and I did. And then in that container, it was a 4-day conference, which I highly recommend, their DreamWork conference. I was in a small Zoom group with the president administrator. I don't know what his official title is of the school. Um, and I said, "Hey, have you ever thought about putting the DreamWork training on an online platform?" And at first it was a no, and then he came back and said that's going to happen. So I was ready to sign up in 2020 for this dream I've had for years. And when I called to sign up, the woman on the phone said to me, "Are you signing up for spiritual direction or dream work?" And I was like, uh, I knew instantly. Tell me more about the spiritual direction and what is that? And does it include dream work? My passion. I've been doing dream work, has been my spiritual practice since I was a kid, right? So had to have my dream work in there. Yes, it does. And I said, then sign me up for that. And the moment she told me what it was and I knew, the door swung wide open. Within 5 minutes, I was enrolled. After 11 years of sitting in front of the dream work training door that wasn't opening for me. So I enrolled, and it became like I knew right away, this is the sacred container that I can put all of my various transformational tools in, all of my passions in supporting others. And through the training that I just went through, it deepened my own work. We did a lot of shadow work, soul work, dream work, a lot of becoming present of the instrument that we are to allow our mission to come through, to support others, to get out of the way and let the divine do the healing, right? So it was exactly what I had been looking for and needing. And I'm so very grateful to announce that I have graduated and I am now, drum roll please, a spiritual director. Although I still will call myself the soul nurturer or a soul guide. I'm not going to be directing anyone. I'm just going to be holding sacred space very much in the way I have done in the past, but with more support for myself, and yeah, this was this professional training, which when you have professional training, reminds you the honor and the responsibility we have in supporting others. And we did a lot of, well, in fact, we're going on with continuing training to have spiritual supervision. Fortunately, my group that I fell in love with on this journey, we called ourselves the Sacred Hearts. We are continuing to be mirrors to each other to make sure that we are really holding the most sacred and pure space that we can for our directees, our clients, those we are honored to support and serve. So I think that's all I wanted to say. I wanted just to say for you, all of you out there, I'm going to send this out to my clients to let you know this expanded container I'm holding. And again, my two passions coming together, my curiosity about the human experience and why we believe what we believe about ourselves, our core programming, our negative core programming, and the story that we have created in our human experience brought together with what do we believe? What's our soul awareness? What's our soul wisdom? What do we believe about how we're here, creation, the divine, your higher power, however you connect? And I often said in my group, to me, religion or our faith, whatever we believe, is the language of our soul. Just as we speak different languages to communicate, we speak different soul languages to connect to the divine. And so I would love for you to reach out if you want to have, if you have any other questions about what this entails, what it looks like. I do offer 20-minute free consultations, and I'd be honored to support you. Oh, and then I want to encourage you to keep your vision alive of what you know you're here to do. And if you've been standing in front of a door that's not opening, vary your vision a little bit. There may be a door right next to it that's very close to what you thought you wanted. And when you align with that soul call, the door will open wide. And to say yes, even though, 2020 was very uncertain, we didn't know what was going to happen. I said yes, and I dug in deep. And I'm actually really grateful that I had that container through 2020 and 2021, and now here in 2022. So I encourage you to say yes to your soul calls. And if you, as I call it, are in the way of your own way unfolding, then reach out to me. That's my specialty, helping you unfold your potential and your purpose and I'd be delighted to do so. Thanks for listening. Take good care of you, and I'll see you next time.